Hello friends, welcome to lecture number 27. In today's class, we'll start with meter bridge. It is also called as slide wear bridge. Now the question comes, why the name meter bridge? Because the red color is the instrument and A and C is the wear. That wear is of 1 meter. That's why it is called as meter bridge. Then again the question comes, why is it called sliding wear? Slide wear bridge? Because from point D it is connected to a galvanometer and then it is connected to a jockey. And that jockey can move throughout the wear AC. Since the jockey slides over the wear, it is called slide wear bridge. Okay. Now the question comes, what is the working principle? Okay. So it is based on, this meter bridge is based on principle of the principle of balanced condition of balanced condition of Wheatstone bridge, balanced condition of Wheatstone bridge, which we have read in our last lecture. If you have not gone through, kindly go through it and then come to read this meter bridge. Okay. Now what is this instrument? This is the red color which I have drawn, that is a instrument where we have AC is the wear. There is two openings where here we have our resistance box, that means the known resistance, which we name it as R. Then we have to find out unknown resistors resistance, and that is connected in A1 B1, that is S. Okay. And this A is connected to the EMF, a battery of EMF E. There is a key there also. Okay. Now when we insert this key here, you will see the current will flow in the circuit. Now we have to find the balancing length. So what is that balancing length actually? When you insert the key here, then you'll see, then you'll move the jockey somewhere between A and C. So let me assume this as point B. Here when you put it, you will see that the galvanometer shows no deflection. So if the galvanometer shows no deflection, that means it has reached the balance condition of Wheatstone bridge. And what is the balance condition of Wheatstone bridge expression? P by Q is equal to R by S. Okay. So basically this length, where this at point B you see the galvanometer shows no deflection, so this L is the balancing length. This is your L and this distance is your 100 minus L. Okay. And we will see this L and 100 minus L, this is nothing but, this will be your P resistor, this will behave like a Q resistor. Okay. We'll see there. We'll find out. Okay. So you have understood this one. Now let us get into the points. First point, what you have to do? First you have to insert the key. Insert the key. Okay. What is the second one you have to do? Move the jockey. Move the jockey on the 1 meter wear. 1 meter wear. And the wear is AC. AC is the wear. Okay. Now what we will observe when you move, once you move, what will happen? At one particular place, at one position, we will see there is no deflection in the galvanometer. Okay. This indicates the balanced condition. This indicates the balanced condition of Wheatstone bridge. Okay. Now you'll observe, let us mark that. Then the fourth one is, let the point of zero deflection, that means no deflection in the galvanometer. The point of zero deflection is point B in the diagram. Okay. Now which one is the point B here? You'll see the diagram. This is your point B. Okay. That will be your zero deflection point. Okay. So what we can make here, so AC, what is the length? If it is in centimeter, 100 centimeter. Then AB will be how much? It is your L centimeter. Then comes your BC will be how much? 100 minus L centimeter. Okay. Next, the sixth one, we know the formula R is equal to rho L by A. Same material where is there, so rho will be same, A will also be same, only the length will change. So what statement we can make here, that the resistance of the wear, the resistance of the wear is directly proportional to length of the wear, length of the wear. Okay. Now you'll see here, you'll make out your P by Q. P by Q will be your resistance of AB. Q will be your resistance of AC, which is equal to sigma L by sigma 100 minus L. 100 minus L. Now what is sigma? Don't confuse with the charge density. Here sigma is taken as your resistance per unit length of the wire. Okay, followed. So then what will be my P by Q? P by Q will be how much? It will be your L by 100 minus L, and that is also equal to R by S. So you can measure the value of L, then 100 minus L also you can find out. Then S you need to find out. R you can get it from the resistance box, which is here. Okay, this R also R value also you can get it from the resistance box. So what is unknown? S is unknown. So how will you calculate from here? This implies the unknown resistance to be determined, S, will be equal to your R into 100 minus L divided by L. So this is how, using this meter bridge and applying the concept of your balance condition of Wheatstone bridge, you can find out the expression for an unknown resistance S, which will be R into 100 minus L by L. Okay. So this is a question which comes in the exam also, derivation, and this is a practical which is to be performed in class 12th. So let us do some problems related to this. So here there is a problem number 1. As usual, you can see a 1 meter wire, galvanometer, the resistance box, the unknown resistance, everything is there. Now what is given? It is given in the meter bridge, the null deflection point is found at a distance 60 centimeter from A. Okay, so this will be considered as 60. Then what will be this distance? It is quite obvious, it will be 40 because the length is 100. Now but situation changes here. It tells if now a resistance of 5 ohm is connected in series with S, that means with S you connect in series the 5 ohm. Then the null point occurs at 50 centimeter. We have to find out the value of R and S. Okay. So in first case, it is given R by S is equal to 60 by 40, which is equal to 3 by 2. Let me give it as equation 1. In second case, what happens? R remains fixed, but S now changes. It is in series with whom? 5 ohm. So it now becomes S plus 5 will be equal to how much? The balancing length is 50 centimeters. So 50, 50. So 50 by 50, that is equal to 1. Okay. So let us give it as equation number 2. Now if I divide equation 1 and 2, R gets cancelled out. Dividing 1 by 2, we see that S plus 5 is equal to S, that will be equal to 3 by 2. Okay. If I solve it, my 2S plus 10 is equal to 3S. So S will be equal to 10 ohm. So this is the first one. Now if I put it the value of S in equation 1, then R by 10 will be equal to 3 by 2. Okay. So this implies R will be equal to 15 ohm. So this is how I can find R equal to 15 and S is equal to 10 ohm. Okay. Now you see, this is another question. Same thing is there, but thing is there it was another resistor of 5 ohm was connected in series, but here the resistance of 12 ohm is connected in parallel. Okay. That is the only difference in this question. So in the first case, what we'll have as usual, first case what we have R by S is equal, what the balancing length comes out to be 40 centimeter from A. So 40 divided by the other one is 60. So here it will be 2 by 3. Let me give it as equation 1. In the second case, what we find, R remains fixed, but now S is connected in parallel with 12. So S and 12 ohm, they are connected in parallel, and we know how to find out. That will be 12S divided by 12 plus S. Okay, this is how much? Same 50. So 50 by 50, that comes out to be 1, or this implies my R by S will be how much? 12 divided by S plus 12. So let it be equation number 2. Okay, now I have to solve these two. So it is telling this is R by S, this is R by S. So if I compare equation 1 and 2, what I will have, equating equation 1 and 2, equating equation 1 and 2, what we have 12 by S plus 12 is equal to your 2 by 3. Okay, so now let me cross multiply it. It will have 12 into 3 is 36 is equal to 2S plus 24. So 2S will be equal to 36 minus 24. So 2S is equal to 12. S is equals to 6 ohm. So this S is equal to 6 ohm. Okay. Now putting this value of S in equation 1. So if I put the value of S in equation 1, so R by 6 is equals to 2 by 3. So this will give you how much? R will be equal to 12 by 3. That is, this implies your R will be equal to 12 by 3 means 4 ohm. Okay, so S will be 6 ohm and R will be 4 ohm. Clear? So this is it for today's class. I hope you all must have enjoyed it. Do not forget to subscribe my channel, like it, as well as share my video. Followed, any problem you have regarding this topic, you can mail me in the mail ID which is given below. Thank you for your kind patience.